My father smelled like bleach every night when he came home. That was just the smell of our house. Pine sol and bleach, and sometimes the faint trace of whatever cafeteria food had spilled on the third-floor hallway of Mercy General Hospital. He worked there for 22 years. He never once complained about it. I used to visit him sometimes after school. I would sit in the supply closet while he restocked his cart, and he would hand me a juice box from the staff refrigerator that one of the nurses always left for me. He had told them about me. They all knew my name before I ever introduced myself. One afternoon, when I was 11, a man collapsed in the hallway near the elevators. I froze. My father dropped his mop and ran toward the man without hesitating. He rolled him onto his back and called out to a passing nurse. He did not panic. He just acted. The nurses came, the doctors came, the man was stabilized and wheeled away. My father picked up his mop and kept working. I asked him that night if he was scared. He said he was not scared because being scared was not useful. He said the only useful thing was to do the next right thing as fast as you could. I carried that for years. I was not a brilliant student. I was a hard one. There is a difference. Brilliant students understand things quickly. I understood things eventually, after reading the same page 4 times and rewriting my notes until my hand hurt. I stayed in the library while my friends went to parties. Not because I was disciplined in any admirable way, but because I was terrified of going back to a life where the options were smaller. My father never told me to become a doctor. He never pushed me toward anything. He just kept working and kept being the kind of man who ran toward a collapsed stranger without being asked. That was enough. I got into medical school on my second application. The first rejection letter sat on our kitchen table for 3 days because neither of us knew what to do with it. Then my father folded it neatly, put it in the recycling bin, and said, "So you apply again." That was the full conversation. The first year of residency almost broke me. I was exhausted in ways I had not known were possible. I made a medication error in my 8th month. A small one, caught before it caused harm, but I reported it myself and stood in the attending's office while she reviewed it. I thought she was going to ask me to leave the program. Instead, she said that the residents who reported their own mistakes were the ones she trusted with harder cases. I did not feel relieved. I felt more responsible, which was worse and also better. I chose surgery because it was concrete. You go in, you fix the thing, you close. I know that is a simplification. I know surgery is not that clean. But that is what drew me to it at the beginning, and by the time I understood how complicated it actually was, I was already committed and I did not want to leave. My father came to my graduation. He wore the suit he had bought for my high school graduation and it still fit him perfectly because he had not changed at all. He sat in the 3rd row and I could see him from the stage. He was not crying. He was watching with the same focused attention he gave everything. After the ceremony, he shook my hand before he hugged me, which made me laugh, and then we went to dinner at the same diner we had gone to my whole life because neither of us wanted anything fancy. He retired 2 years ago. His knees had finally given him trouble, the kind that comes from 2 decades of hard floors. I referred him to an orthopedic colleague. It felt strange to be on that side of it. He was a good patient. He did everything he was told and recovered faster than expected. I am an attending now at a teaching hospital. Not Mercy General. A different one. Sometimes I see the custodial staff in the hallways and I stop and learn their names. I leave the break room clean. Small things. Last month I had a surgery that went wrong in the middle. The anatomy was not where it was supposed to be and I had to stop and reassess, and the room was very quiet and everyone was waiting. I was not scared. Being scared was not useful. I did the next right thing as fast as I could. It went well. The patient went home 4 days later. I called my father that night. I did not tell him about the surgery. I just asked how his knee was feeling. He said it was feeling fine. We talked for 20 minutes about nothing in particular, and then we said good night, and I went to sleep.